EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Jackson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up
just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The tackle.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Broncos.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get that complete to Albert O.
Jackson.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Dancing to his left. Got a man, that's Quinn. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First and goal from the 6. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. They'll run here with Lindsey, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One more time with Lindsey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third. We're scoreless after 1.
No score. Rosas on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Airing one out for Boyd. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years. I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they? That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
The 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next the score, Broncos 10, Bengals 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This time Jackson will throw it. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd and long.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 22 more yards there and another first down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, 34 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, 75 yards. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't? And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Is good. Makes the score Broncos 24, Bengals 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That is caught. It's Uzoma. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Slant pass to Boyd. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's another Bengals.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Bullock will put this one through. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Brandon McManus to kick off for
both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Burrow on play action. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now Jackson on first down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Now
that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Another run by Lindsey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
4-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You can't just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And 12 at the 46-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson now. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Lindsey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
By Trey Waynes.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
First down, here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Not much there, only a yard. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Nixon with a first down and more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Burrow with a throw caught by Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And Partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Mixon on the toss right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bullock's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's back to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
Today's final score, Bengals.
And losing in this wild card round, they've got something to build.